lovies, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be going for a different focus with my channel this year, well starting this year, and it will be focused more on marriage and committed relationship type material, starting with this topic today, which I think is going to be a really good one. So I decided to start this whole journey, this whole new journey of mine, talking about something that I find myself talking about with a lot of different females, whether it be family members or friends, whatever. And it's basically what a woman is looking for in a relationship or a marriage, what she yearns for, what she needs, and what she wants from a man. But it's a slight twist on words. I was thinking more of lead her. And a lead her, to me, my definition, would be a man who leads his wife in a holistic way that provides her with a secure, loving, and peaceful way of living. And I'm going to go into detail on what that would look like, just in case you guys are like, that's deep, Tia, but what does it mean? So when I think of different examples of lead hers, there are a few men that pop up in my mind, and you know, this is just based off of what we are given or what we see, not me knowing them personally. But then there are a few others that I'm like, definite no's, like they're struggling in their leadership or they're just completely failing. Now that you kind of have a general insight of what a leader looks like, I'm going to provide you with some more examples just to kind of pinpoint exactly what I mean. So first and foremost, a leader sets the tone for his physical home. He provides safety, he provides shelter, he provides food, all of the basic necessities that you would think would be ground level foundation, right? A leader is a man that's also very spiritually sound. He believes in a higher calling. He prays not only for himself, but he prays for his wife or significant other. He seeks answers. So whether that be through meditation, whether that be through his time in prayer, he's seeking, asking, receiving, and he is mature enough in order to do that. He's able to recognize his wisdom, whether that comes through the God in him, the Holy Spirit, or whether that comes through his wife or his feminine partner, because a lot of times in the Bible, wisdom is described as a woman. And so if he's able to recognize the input, the wisdom from his wife, like, and use it, like to really appreciate it, that's a beautiful thing. He as a leader helps facilitate a space of grace and agreement in the relationship between himself and his wife. So he knows how to extend grace to his wife in certain situations where he knows that she may be growing, or maybe right now isn't the time to kind of go there. And also that there can be agreement between him and his partner, whereas if they're making a decision on something, they're able to kind of agree on something together and make a decision, or agree to kind of maybe do a little bit more research to either together or separately before making a decision or conclusion on something. And the last part of this spiritual umbrella is that he as a leader gives his wife or his partner the freedom to be themselves or be herself without feeling like he has a need to change her. And I have a video on this very topic that's already on my channel if you want to check that out after watching this video. But that is a very, very powerful attribute. The fact that he doesn't think that it's his job or his purpose to change me. He's allowing myself the freedom to be myself in order to learn and grow and realize what I need to realize for myself. And he's acting as a mirror so that I can see myself. Okay, so now that we've talked about basic necessities and his spiritual mind, the fact that he doesn't have to be religious, like a religious man and a spiritual man is totally different in my opinion. A religious man is based on doing the same thing over and over, like going to church every Sunday, maybe Bible study on Wednesday, just to say he did it is different from a man that is spiritually grounded. Another attribute of a man that is a leader is that he is not afraid of conflict. So he understands that conflict is not necessarily always a bad thing, and that it's pretty inevitable in order for he and his wife or partner to grow in a relationship. So that means he's open to discussion. Whenever a topic comes up, whenever a piece of conflict comes up, he doesn't give the silent treatment or the cold shoulder, or he doesn't shut down at the first sign of conflict. And on the flip side, he doesn't do this yelling fest. He doesn't automatically just react in anger. He is willing to be vulnerable and address his concerns and hear your concerns at the same time. And examples of him addressing his concerns would be like, I need this from you in order to feel respected, if he's talking to his wife. Or when you do this, it makes me feel this way. Or I require help with this certain thing, maybe like organization, in our case with my husband. And you are good at that. So if you help me in that area, then I can do better overall. So he's able to recognize his struggles and his challenges, direct that, communicate that to me, his wife, and then we find a solution together. Another attribute of this man who is a leader is that he's responsible with his finances. My husband, for years, have mentioned that he is a frugal man, but I have to kind of dial back on that, because I wouldn't necessarily say that he's a frugal man as a broad general term for him, because there are some things that he will spend money on that matters to, the both of us, and he's not shy with the amount that he spends. I need to say that he's responsible with his money. He's not frugal with his money. He's responsible with his money. And I'm glad, because at certain times, I'm not responsible with my money if it's something I really want. So here are some examples of men that are not necessarily responsible with their funds. Example number one. He's out here buying all these Jordans and flexing and everything. Maybe not even wearing them. But yet he can't pay his bills. He's going out to the strip club with his friends on a weekend, having a good time, but yet he can't pay for groceries the next week. Or he's buying you nice gifts, taking you to nice places, probably making you feel really happy and loved in that moment, but then he can't fill up his gas tank. Okay, so I know that can get a little touchy. We're moving on to the next aspect or attribute of a leader, and that would be a man who practices loyalty and respect for his wife or partner. He is not the one who's going to be leaving a like or an emoji comment under the InstaHo's latest post. He has boundaries that he sets with other females based on the respect that he has for you as his woman. He knows that there are certain boundaries that have to be in place so that other females can understand where he's coming from, respect him, and respect you at the same time, because he's like, you can't come and embrace me like that, or you can't slide up in my DMs like that. You can't talk to me in that certain tone or talk to me on this certain topic, because that's disrespectful. That's going beyond the boundary that I've set in order to keep the respect in our marriage. And he doesn't make any exceptions to that boundary, whether it be a childhood friend that he's grown up with for years and may have known before you were married or entered a relationship. It doesn't matter. Things are different now. Things are changed now. And so this is the new boundary for that female. It doesn't matter if he works with someone at his job and she, for some reason, may be considered his work wife, which is a term that is perplexing enough in itself to a real wife. But yeah, No, there's no work wife in this situation, because that's a boundary that will not be overridden. As a piggyback to that, here's another fun attribute that a leader in a relationship has. He is willing to correct any female who may disrespect his wife or say something negative about or towards his wife. And when I say any female, I mean any female, whether that female be his mama or his sister, cousin, auntie, it does not matter. If that female is saying something that is not uplifting, supportive, or positive about his wife, if they're spreading rumors or spreading gossip about his wife or significant other that is detrimental to her reputation, or if it's something that's contrary to her true image, that is not only a reflection on her, that's a reflection on him. They're one in a marriage. So he nips that in the bud really quick. He prevents it from happening again or reoccurring. He addresses it if for some reason it does. He doesn't allow those things to kind of just slide through the cracks or be, pushed up under a rug. He's very bold in love to address whatever needs to be addressed in order for his wife to feel comfortable in that relationship. And so that may involve at times some uncomfortable talks or discussions, interventions with family members or friends, so that he sets the record straight. He makes the boundaries plain. Another wonderful attribute of a leader, a man who is a leader, is he is confident in himself, and therefore he is not threatened or overwhelmed by the successes of his wife or his partner. He can recognize the great successes, attributes of his wife and applaud her in that, congratulate her in that, celebrate with her without feeling any type of disdain or humiliation or envy or jealousy. He is sincerely there to lift her up, allow her to grow more, to learn more as an individual, as a woman, and whatever she may be seeking to pursue in life. He, of course, works on his own goals and desires within himself, but he in no way does his comparison thing, or he doesn't feel it as if there's a competition between him and his wife. They are two individuals that may have different interests or desires as far as purpose in life or whatever type of career path they've pretty much want or desire for their life, but yet they're still working together hand in hand. This is still a team effort. And so while he's doing his thing, he's uplifting her at the same time. He's leading her and giving her the freedom to go far, do well, dream big, reach high in whatever she's doing. And he's not judging her or, trying to bring her down to whatever level that may be beneath him, I find that a lot of times in today's day and age, a man can somehow be intimidated by a woman who's a real go-getter, a woman who knows herself, knows what she wants, who's very passionate about going after that. They can see that as a woman being a little too masculine. And that's not the issue. A woman can do all of that and still be very loving and tender, and she's not an independent woman. She understands that she is herself. She is being true to herself. She is being genuine. She's a genuine woman. And so he can understand that. He can see her for who she is and celebrate her in that makes sense. So that pretty much wraps up my attributes for a man who is a leader in his relationship. And I know that at this point in the video, a few of you, some of you may be saying, wow, Tia, like these are all great things, but my gosh, this man is damn near perfect. And I don't know if this is something that is really realistic or something that's out there for me or something that I can have in my relationship. And I want to encourage you today, sis, by saying that my man, my husband, is everything that I have just mentioned and described in this video, without a doubt. And that's not to brag, because it did evolve over time. We have much history in our relationship. We've been married for 10 years this September. And so, you know, throughout the time that we've been together, of course he's grown, of course he's matured, as he should, as any human being should. But I can truthfully, honestly, genuinely say that as of right now, today in our relationship, he is that leader. He leads me, and I am so much at an advantage because of that. I'm a better woman, a better individual, a better person, a better mother, because I feel so supported and loved and protected. When I say follow, I don't mean that I'm following him around like a puppy. No, when I say follow, I mean we're hand in hand together doing this thing, right? We're side by side. We are living out this life, this beautiful life together. And yes, I follow you because I recognize you as my head, you know, as my husband, and there is definitely an order to this thing. But the reason why I follow you is because I trust you. I wholeheartedly trust you with every fiber of my being because of what you've shown me, because of what you provide for me day to day. And that is powerful. It's powerful for the man because it says so much about him. It's powerful for the woman because then she's able to lead her life purposefully. And I would follow my husband anywhere, to any country. We can move 1,000,000 times. We're about to move in 2 months. I will follow him wherever he goes because I know that he is my safe place. So that's what I'm talking about. Women want this leader. Women want this type of man to do life with. And for me, that comes before good looks. That comes before a good job, because it's all encompassing to me. If he's a good man and he's a good leader, all of those things will come together. He will look more attractive, women, if he's a leader. That man will look way more attractive. You see how these singers and rappers and stuff in here look more attractive when they got money on them? That's a different type of attraction. That's one that can fizzle and fade. I'm talking about a man that is attractive from the inside. And it permeates, it's so strong where it permeates to the outside. Have you be like, is there a filter on this thing? Because dang, he is handsome. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I hope that this video was enjoyable, that it kind of sparked up some interest or, you know, some commentary. I want to hear your thoughts. Please leave them below. You can leave comments on this video because we're talking about some kids. So please, let's continue this conversation within our little community, which I'm very grateful for. Subscribe again if you haven't already so that we can do some more of these talks and videos. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next